We have a collab, Never Play, confirmed. That is very exciting. We also have some intimate moments from RM's music video that has resurfaced and is being talked about again. And then we have a video that was censored in Korea and what that is about. So hey dumplings, it's Dave Disci. Let's get into it. So there was this scene that was recently in Jimin and JK's reality show, Are You Sure? This is the reality show that is about them just having fun, just showcasing their day-to-day. If you're not aware and you haven't seen it. By the way, if you do want to check out and react to cute, fun moments like this, I haven't quite done this reality show yet, but there are definitely cute and fun moments that I have reacted to on Patreon. Make sure you check it out. It's at the top of the description. It's the first link, and there is a $1.95 tier that will give you access to literally the thousands of videos on there. I've been uploading Monday through Friday almost every day for the last 5-6 years, and there are limited spots, so if you're interested, make sure you check that out. But anyway, there is a clip that has recently gone viral and has gotten a lot of people talking, and this is the clip in which Jimin was trying to wake JK up in the morning. All of our boys are very guilty of sleeping in during their off time or their more vacation time, and so when they're together, all of the boys wake them up. And these are moments that are pretty prevalent in any of the other reality shows that we've seen with the boys. And of course, it wouldn't be a fun BTS sleepover type of moment without seeing some of the boys play pranks on each other. So this time Jimin decided to play a little fun prank on JK as he was trying to get JK to wake up. Jimin played a video that was mostly just birds chirping from what we heard, but Jimin was laughing a lot. And then there were parts that were cut in and out where you could hear someone screaming, and so a lot of people instantly recognized this was probably a video that was being censored, that Jimin was playing something that needed to be censored. Then people located a clip that was showing someone screaming and yelling, and this clip was a meme that was pretty popular in Korea, just from a moment of a TV show, and it showed someone screaming and asking someone to wake up, calling them stupid and saying that the sun was already out and they're still not awake, and the actual script of what this person was saying is very funny. And the main curse word that they had in there was mother and then F word. Now I understand this being censored for Korea or daytime broadcasting, but for Disney Plus and where it's mostly residing, I don't really see it being necessary to censor. To me, personally, the worst words or the worst curse words to censor is not just the F word, and it's definitely not any of the curse words, because I think that any person can sit there and say a bunch of curse words and not really have any meaning if they're just saying words, but really putting something impactful if it's arranged in a way where it's actually really impactful. And to me, it's always very odd to hear that a specific phrase is too raunchy because they're just kind of words, but I understand why it was censored, right? Because this is something that would definitely be too raunchy for Korean TV. Now, I don't know if it's the labels team that opted to censor it or if it was an actual Disney company branch that decided to do that, but I thought it was an interesting choice to do that. A lot of these moments have resurfaced and have gotten a lot of people talking. One of them is none other than a moment where RM was seen having a romance. This romance was in his music video that came out in May, and for some reason people are talking about it now because they believe this romance ties into what could be a romance now. And we'll get into that a little bit more later. If you've not seen it, RM has a music video called Come Back to Me. The music feels very cute, it's very film-like, it's pretty long for a music video. I think it's very meaningful. I think if people watch it, they will feel something. There were several scenes and it appeared like they were different women. So these were scenes that implied that he was dating and he was shopping around for a romantic partner. Some people were even going as far as to say when they were watching it, they felt like there should have been a kissing scene because there were a lot of these romantic moments. Other people had thought that it was very funny to see RM date essentially 4 different women, but in my opinion, I'm very glad to see that this is happening and that the boys are having these moments appear in their art. Of course, it doesn't necessarily mean that they go through those things or that this is an autobiography, but the fact that they're showing this sort of normalizes it and is their attempt to sort of normalize these little things that they do. The fact of the matter is the boys are eventually going to start looking, or probably want to start looking soon, because they probably want to have a life. It gets harder when a lot of crazy people that want to try to rip that away from them. This is a really tough industry if you really think about it, because there are going to be people who think that just because you wanted to be an artist and you want to be famous, that you would deserve all of the things that come with that, such as harassment, abuse, whatever. And if you don't suck it up and take it, then you don't deserve to be in the position that you're in. A lot of fans even go as far as to say when an idol decides to date or have a relationship that they're turning their back towards the fans, and that since the fans were the ones that made them famous, they should be loyal to them for as long as the artist chooses to have a career or forever. This is a concept that makes very little sense to me, and it makes very little sense to get upset about something like this, because we as the fans get something from watching our favorite artists work. We are not supporting something self selflessly. We are not supporting something just because. We are getting something from that. We feel something when we watch it. We feel happiness, we feel whatever it is, and that's why we watch it. It's suddenly the thing that we watch becomes very depressing, very anger-inducing. We would no longer be interested in that artist anymore, I promise you. We might be okay with the first, second, third, but eventually we'll be like, oh wow, I feel depressed every time I watch this artist now, and you just wouldn't be a fan. And so while yes, an artist would not be successful without their fans and their dedicated supporters, but at the same time, those people are doing it because they want to do it too. So the artist in turn can show support, but at the same time they don't have to, because it's not like the support is coming from a selfless place. I hope that makes sense. I hope that's clear what I'm trying to say. And of course, the boys are going to potentially have more romantic scenes. People have been sort of, I guess, hit or miss with Megan Thee Stallion. I think for the most part the community really likes her, but there's definitely a subset of people within the community that just don't like when any Western artist goes near any other BTS member. The issue with Megan for some of these fans, or the situation with her, is that she doesn't have anything controversial in her past. So they can't really bring up anything to try to get the boys to hate her or not work with her. So in this case, they have to kind of just be quiet. Look at how Halsey is such a good friend to the BTS boys, and she still has people saying awful things or bringing up awful things about her just to distance her name and the boys. Now, some people have been scared that the music video in which we might see, which is supposedly going to be with Megan and RM, would be sort of a raunchy one. I have no idea if it would be, but that would be so cool if it was, in my opinion, because that means that we are seeing them do more things and different things, which I think is very cool. I think as they come back from the military, we are going to see them experiment with different sounds, different visuals, and different things, just because they're probably going to want to try to figure out what that's going to be. They are approaching their 30s. They probably wouldn't be making the same type of music that they've been making. A lot of people are saying that if it was leaked, or if we see it, we might see something raunchy or something that they don't want to see. And I think that that's probably not going to be true. I personally don't think that the community is at a place right now where they would be okay with seeing any type of boys kiss or make out with another woman. And I think the PR team or the production team that works with BTS is very much aware of that they can show the members shirtless or something like that, and that can be perceived in a positive way. But because typically it has been perceived in a positive way. Whereas anything romantic or anything involving another girl ends up with that girl getting death threats, hate, attacked, whatever. But I'm always someone that goes against what their people want to see, or like to see, or what their opinions are. So hopefully I actually do see something like this, but I don't think it will be with Megan. However, I'm loving what Megan has been up to. She's had collabs with a Japanese artist, and seeing her go back to Korean or K-pop could be one of the next big hits. I heard Watashi wa Star everywhere, and I'm hoping that whatever the next song is with RM, and I'm hoping that NEVA play with RM, we will also hear it everywhere, and it'll be just as cute, catchy. Megan's absolutely killing it, so this is a great opportunity for both of them, RM and Megan. I think that their voices will sound and blend beautifully together. This likely will be a more hip-hop song, as Megan doesn't sing as much, or I'm not even entirely sure if she does sing at all, and RM typically doesn't sing either, so this would definitely be more hip-hop heavy, which is cool. Let me know what you think. Make sure to check out Patreon for more videos, link down below. Thanks, just leave a comment right here. Love you, bye.